this is season 5. I don't know if you guys believe it. I've been doing this for 5 years. Feels kind of weird. We have special guest, Kimberly Souravong. Did I say that right?
Close.
How do you
but,
say it?
Kimberly Souravong.
Souravong?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Good attempt, though.
all right. I'm sure I'll screw that up again. But for you guys that haven't tuned in, this is our steak battles. This time we have 4 different steaks. This is going to be steak 1, steak 2, steak 3, and steak 4. So let's just go ahead and dive into steak 1. So go ahead and grab your fork and dive in here to steak 1. So Kimberly, you are kind of a up and coming disc golfer. When did you get into the sport?
Okay. So I got into it in 2018 when I met Mike. And when we first started, we were just casually playing like a handful of rounds each year. And I didn't start playing competitively until the end of 2020. My first tournament was with, I don't remember what they're called, but it was like a local county that hosted it, and it was at Prairie City. And I played it, and it was super fun, and I love being competitive. So I'm like, where's more tournaments? Where can I find more of those at? And that's when I stumbled upon Titan Disc Golf and signed up. My first tournament with you guys was actually the triples at Big Creek.
Oh, nice.
And
was that the one that had a lot of snow? Like
yeah.
the snow the first round? Yeah.
I know. And
yeah, it was like October, and there was like a full like 2 inches of snow on the ground. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah. But that tournament showed me that there's a lot of good players. There's proper form, techniques, and so many things you could do to improve your game in disc golf. And from there, I just took off with it.
Nice. All right, let's go ahead and try steak 2 here. So at the end of these steak battles, we're going to try all 4 steaks. Sometimes we do 3 steaks, sometimes we do 4 steaks. We'll try each steak, and then we'll see which ones you liked the best. So I've seen that you've been kind of coming up through the ranks. You started out obviously in recreational. You were playing a lot of events. Now you're starting to move up to intermediate and advanced. What do you think the difference in the different divisions are for the different ladies?
Okay, repeat the last part again.
So you're
like the difference between.
Yeah. So like skill level and like when did you decide that you should move up to a higher division?
Yeah. So between rec and intermediate, the most noticeable difference I could tell is rec is a bit more casual, and then when I play with FA2 ladies, they're a bit more serious about their games, more rules and stuff like that. But I decided to move up when I reached around, like 750 or 760 rated, just because I felt like playing here locally, I'm going against the same competitors, and now I'm comparing my skills to them, and I'm like, okay, I feel like I should move up and, try to see the new competitors in the next division and see how I compare with them.
Yeah, it's definitely good to test yourself. A lot of people kind of stay stagnant in one division. They get really comfortable and, they don't want to test themselves. So it's really cool to see that you could, decided to move up, even though you didn't necessarily have to because of your rating. All right, so we tried the first and second steak. Let's go ahead and dive into this third steak here. Do you guys grill much at home? Do you guys do a lot of steaks?
We don't have a grill at home, but we did recently get into cooking steak, but not like fancy as what you are doing it. We just use salt, pepper, garlic powder, and like Lowry's, and that's about it. But I have to say, this is blowing my mind right now because the meat is so soft and it's so good. And
Yeah. So I actually just picked up these steaks today. I have a meat dealer. Everyone asks where I get my meat from. There's a local guy. He's a disc golfer. He supplies all of the local restaurants around here. So it's really nice. I can go in and pick my own like pieces of meat. It's pretty cool. Today I actually just picked up 6 ribeye loins.
Wow.
I actually picked up one that I hadn't had before. I'm doing a bone-in ribeyes, so I
Mm.
think I'm gonna try bone-in ribeyes next.
Do you have like a freezer or something
Yeah,
stocked
we,
up
we
steaks
have
at
a
home?
yeah we have a big stand-up freezer in the back. We actually have like 4 refrigerators in the back room. So yeah,
For what, you and Joe?
I think mostly for me, just me actually. I pretty much live here at the shop, so I have all of my food back there and grill. I have a grill here, so yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. It's mostly just me
Nice.
here. All right, so you've started a pretty big Instagram following. You're up over 1,000 Instagram followers now, and
Mm-hmm.
I check you. I mean, you're growing a huge amount every day. How did that become a thing?
Um, so when I started Instagram, I wasn't thinking about like, oh, I'm gonna go big with this, blah blah blah. So Mike started recording me after I got serious with competing because I started going on YouTube, looking up form, like how to get better with your form. And so we wanted to go outside and record myself and see where in my form I need to fix up. And then when it came to tournaments, he kept recording because I want to see if I'm going to shank a shot, why, like, what was the reason of me doing that during that round. And also just to have some highlights for Facebook as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Instagram part started getting into my mind because I started seeing other disc golf amateurs having an Instagram page for their disc golf journey, and I'm like, I didn't know that was a thing. Like, I could do that as well because Mike has a crap ton of photos and videos of me just stocked up on his phone, and I'm like, I'm not gonna post all 100 of them on Facebook. Like, I wanted to create a separate page for Facebook and Instagram for
Mm-hmm.
like disc golf stuff
Yeah.
only. And so that's when I decided to do the Instagram stuff. And I just kept at it, just basically for myself to kind of document and see how I've done over time. And then from there, I guess stuff kept growing and I started getting better with my editing and kind of like the content I was creating and just making disc golf friends over Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
which is cool. But yeah.
Nice. All right, so we've had the first 3 steaks here. Let's go ahead and try this last steak here, steak 4 here at the end. Okay. It's one of those where like a lot of these steak seasonings are very similar, so it's really hard
Mm-hmm.
to tell which is which.
Oh.
This one you guys didn't see. On the bottom side here, I did burn it a little bit, but people don't have to know. Now we have Sanchez reaching in, trying to grab some steak. Neither one of us have eaten since about noon, so we're both pretty hungry. So, one other thing you've been doing lately for the local community is you've gotten really into graphic design.
Yeah.
How did that come to be where you were doing a lot of graphic design?
Yeah. So good question because it kind of just came out of nowhere for you guys. Um, so me doing this graphic design stuff kind of stemmed when I was a kid and it was like the MySpace age and I was playing Yoville and there would be these side like social media pages for that game group that would hold contests of like some graphic design stuff for the game. And so I'm like, here's 10-year-old me trying to do this crap on Paint Program. And then I've done some of the stuff for school and like during my college time, but like little things, nothing serious. And then last year I submitted my artwork for the Iowa State Fair contest, doing like a shirt design for them. Didn't get picked, but I did it for that. And then when I saw that the Des Moines Metro Club was looking for some artwork to be submitted in, I'm like, oh, cool! I get to do something I love to do, but also I love disc golf, so let's see how that goes. And so I did that, and then with joining the Zone Street team, there were some shirt designs that needed to be made too, and I just wanted to create some designs on that and
Nice.
whatever, and it
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of
People
went
seem
on
to.
from there.
You definitely have an eye for it. People really like your designs. I know that They chose it. They had a vote this year. They chose it for the league, the Des Moines Disc Golf Club League. I think they're going to use one of your designs too for the website that they're starting up. So yeah, it's really cool to see. All right, so we've tried all four steaks. This is going to be steak 1, steak 2, steak 3, and steak 4. So how would you rank these in terms of your favorite?
Um. Okay. First off, the bite I just had was very burnt, and so.
Yeah, yeah, that one I was a little scared. You had just come in the door, and then I kind of glanced through the window, and I saw a big flame out there. I'm like, I need to get out there and tend to those ones. So there was definitely a little charring on that last steak.
Mm, okay. Um. So my rating, I would have to say this. So 1, 4 besides the burnt piece I had, 3 and 2.
All right, so like I said, we have 4 different seasonings. The first one, it was actually the last of the one that I have, is the ultimate steak and roast rub, which is my personal favorite. Tends to be a lot of people's favorite. Sometimes it's not. But the first steak is the ultimate steak and roast rub. The second one it was this one, was the Great Plains bison and beef rub. I got this when I was down in Charlotte at USDGC. They have a spice store called Savory Spice, which I always go and check out. The third one was the Chicago Steak and Chop from Urban Accents. I actually don't know where I got this steak from. I think someone might have gave it to me. I have a tendency to just go and whenever I'm at a new grocery store or a new city, I just check out their steak seasoning.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then the last one, steak 4, is Pancho and Lefty's Steaks, the steak rub. And this is actually one of my favorite steak seasonings as well. So, me and you have a very similar palate. Sometimes it goes that way, sometimes
Yeah.
it doesn't. So, the people that are following you, where can they find you on the social media?
At kimberly.disc.holic at Instagram. On Instagram.
Nice, nice. All right, well, we'll see you guys next time.